coming up. Gina?
Alrighty, you know, it's kind of unusual for us to say this, but the US 60 is the slowest freeway in the entire Valley Freeway system. It's because of two big problems, including this one. We've got a broken down semi, that is US 60 westbound at Preach. So it's just before you transition to the I-10, and you can see there that it is blocking a left lane. We have a second broken down car that is back at McClintock. That one also blocking a left lane. Look at the travel time. Gilbert to the I-10, 30 minutes. It's time to start considering an alternate. I think you can stay on the US 60 through Mesa, but when you get to the 101, I say at that point, let's transition up to the 202. Until these two incidents clear out, I say avoid the Tempe stretch of the US 60.
Gina, thank you. Firefighters say higher humidity and cooler temperatures last night helped them gain control over the Mulberry fire. The fire started Saturday in Pima County, not far from where the sawmill fire was just recently contained. Winds helped to fuel the fire to more than 1,700 acres, even destroying one home. A plane is heading out to survey the area later to see if any water drops are still needed. But the decreased temperatures and increased humidity are really helping in those firefights. The firefighters are gaining ground. In fact, there is some talk of sending several crews home. So we are expecting an update on this later this morning to give us a total perspective on containment. Fire investigators say this is a fire that was human caused.
Well, it's fires like that one and the rain that we got during the winter that have officials in Maricopa County starting their annual fire ban a little earlier than expected. Maricopa County Parks say the ban that usually starts after Memorial Day is actually starting today. Why, you're asking? Well, all that winter rain led to sprouting wildflowers and brush. Now it's all dried out and could be fuel for potential wildfires. So starting today, you won't be able to use fire pits or charcoal grills or start a campfire within Maricopa County parks. You can still use gas and propane grills at the parks. Going against those fire bans could land you a hefty fine. And fire crews are trying to figure out what caused a shed to go up in flames. It happened near 32nd Street in Beardsley. Firefighters were concerned strong winds would carry flames, so they made a path by breaking through a couple of backyard fences to get to those sheds. Neighbors worked together to save a dog. Several neighbors said they heard an explosion, but fire investigators have not confirmed that explosion.
This week, the Arizona legislature is expected to push to adjourn the 2017 session following the passage of a $9.8 billion budget. Today, lawmakers get back to work for what is expected to be 2 to 3 days of debate and votes on the remaining legislation before ending the session. The final days are often marked by individual lawmakers and Republican leaders trying to revive legislation that had died but remain their top priority.
Well, new at 8 o'clock, a U.S. company is attempting to gather investors for a U.S. development. It's not just any company. It's owned by the family of President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The Kushner companies are seeking $150